insanely hard to do.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like doing barrel, doing everything.
doing the
everything.
barrel and everything. That is a lot of machinery and setup cost. Like everybody
Trial
buys
and
their
error
barrels
because this is their first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding
to
somebody who's done
charm.
it before, they have to teach that. That's training of staff. It's a huge undertaking,
Yeah. Getting a still set up and all that stuff, like,
dude.
and using all your own stuff.
That's expensive.
It's expensive, but it's something everyone can theoretically do. Setting
Aspire to, yeah.
Yep. So using their own ingredients on the farm is not easy, but it's feasible. But cutting down your own trees and processing them, turning them into barrels, that would be absolutely insane.
I would be shocked.
I'd buy
I
it
would
though.
be shocked. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. So, before we start going ahead and getting into the ratings and everything, my other free ranch is 110 proof.
Okay.
So, I will say that the flavor on this one is more nuanced than what I get from the
Oh, yeah.
Cast Strength Uncut.
I think that has to do with the winter wheat in the bourbon. So winter wheat has a very distinct flavor, and it adds a level of depth that the rye just isn't going to have. So for example, just to give you the mash bill of this, we're looking at 66.6% dent corn, 10% winter wheat, 11.4% winter rye, and 12% malted barley. That is a
100%
very
malted?
diverse mash bill.
Is it 100% malted?
Yes. Yeah. If you
Are you
if
talking,
you had
wait, are you talking about mine or are you talking about y'all's?
No.
the uncut
All of
farm
ours.
shrink.
We all have 12% of the mash is 2-row barley that was malted on site.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I'm looking at
Yours
the mash bill for mine, and
does it say on the
it's
bottle?
almost exact same.
Uh-uh.
No, because it's a
Yes.
rye.
No,
It's
isn't.
not a rye.
His is a
it's
quad malt.
bourbon whiskey.
Does it
Oh.
not? Does it not have one of these labels on it? I mean, they don't all have it. Does it not have one of those
mean
where it
that?
breaks it down?
Yeah, it's right there.
What's it say down at the bottom?
So mine is 66.86 dent corn,
Okay.
10% winter wheat,
Yeah.
which you have, 11.4 winter rye, which you have, 12% 2-row barley, which you have.
66.6% dent corn.
Yeah.
And what was the last thing you were gonna say?
12% 2-row barley, and all grains are malted on site.
So I think the big thing is just they're malting the.
I think they're malting everything.
No. Oh.
I don't know.
I think they're malting all the grain, not the rye, but I think they're malting all the
see.
grain. And that's why it says quad, because you have the winter wheat, you have the barley, you have the no, that's 4. So they malt everything.
Yeah. They're probably malting everything.
Everything is 100% malted. That's okay. So that's why this tastes like candy. It's so good. I don't think you can get it right now.
No, I'm really sad. It's 404 not found. It's like it's gone.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gone.
It's sold out.
And it makes me wonder what the other. So this was a, not to derail from where we're going with this uncut, because I want to eventually get back to the farm strength uncut.
Yeah.
This was part of a line that I think they did for a month, and they just they did one run of it. When we signed on, it was you couldn't even get half of it. You could get this and the other blue labeled one, but the 2 black labeled ones, I don't remember their names off the top of my head right now. You couldn't even get them anymore. They were just gone.
But there is hope, because there is an 8-month-old post on Reddit of someone reviewing the Frey Ranch Quad Malt.
And they're saying
90 proof, aged 5 years and 10 months, the exact same mash.
Yep.
So I think it might just come up occasionally.
I hope so.
And
There are a
briefly.
few places that are delivering it too near me.
Ooh, get it. Pause the podcast, guys.
Pause it.
Get it.
Get it.
I'm not even joking. It's so good.
Wait, this is like
But anyway.
half the price.
It's 60 because it's comparison of size. I'm gonna do this slowly so I don't break any glasses.
Is it a 300 milliliter,
look,
300
yeah.
milliliter bottle?
375, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it's $60.
That's half the size of the regular.
I feel like it's less than half. Like I'm exaggerating because of the heft of one bottle versus the other.
I'm exaggerating because 375 milliliters times 2.
Shut up. Anyway, but yeah, this is fantastic. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's get into it because I feel like I know where everybody stands with this.
Anthony.
No, why is it always me?
Yes, because I went
Yes,
first last time.
Yeah, but I went first like 12 times in a row.
Do you want me to go
Why am
first
I always
instead?
on top, guys?
Whoa, sir. Pause. Anyway, I guess I'll go first because somebody's sensitive.
Yeah, just put your rating right in there, Nat.
No, I know why it is. I know why it is.
Why is it?
Because I'm more easily influenced.
It's true.
That is
true.
why
I don't want your rating to change.
Put you first.
Okay, so he's perusing.
Damn. Okay, that's it.
That was the rating.
That's my rating. Damn.
We've had so many coughs this podcast. I feel like you guys are seriously feeling this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No.
This one feels amazing.
Interesting.
I hope I still have some for winter. I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna walk outside and watch the snow melt as I step or past it.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think this one. I got this one for my birthday.
And
So
how long was
April.
that? How long ago was that, Eric? So April.
So this is 2 months in, 3 months in.
You just said that your birthday was in April. Did you just open it 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I needed to know because I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You've had it for 6 months.
Wait, was April 6 months ago?
May,
April
June,
was
July,
only 4
August,
months ago.
September. Dude, whatever. It's like September, right?
It's
August.
definitely August.
Oh my god, dude, guys, it's slipping already.
Isn't it November? It's definitely fall
not
because
November.
leaves have been falling like crazy.
It is not fall.
No, if shit starts falling, it's fall. That's why it's called fall.
So,
Anthony, give us her fucking rating, guys.
I
is-
told
what is
you.
our rating for
Damn,
this?
that's good.
And that's good.
Easily like
does that
8 or
equate to?
I'm thinking it's like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, it could be 8 out of 10 because it's not super complex, but I'm saying 9 out of 10 because I'm comparing it to what my wife and I are shills for, this hat here, Bardstown. Okay. This is what, 120 something proof?
Yeah.
And it is only $80. We all bought this. We all know how much it costs. Okay. So that we're not spoiling anything this time.
We aren't.
It's
we aren't.
$80.
$80.
It's strong as hell. It has a complexity. It smells good. It tastes good. It doesn't like insanely evolve, but being so strong, it tastes good. And I feel like most people they do 42% and it doesn't even taste good. And it's like, wow, why'd you water it down in the first place? Like, what are you doing? If you don't water it down and make it taste good, what are you doing? If they didn't water it down, it tastes good. Their rye is a rye that is watered down. It tastes good. I have their bourbon frickin' straight one. They watered that down. It tastes good. All of their shit tastes good, and it's half or less the price than a Bardstown.
Yeah.
That tastes really good.
Ooh.
So
Careful, sir.
I still love Bardstown, but Frey Ranch might be my new favorite.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nat, hit us
So-
with the numbers.
Numbers? Okay. This is my favorite bourbon. Period.
Full stop.
I'm a Frey Ranch man. Like this.
Oh
is
my
incredible.
gosh, y'all are converts, guys.
Yeah, we're all simps. Okay.
Wow.
Just like if you expected any form of like critical review for this, go somewhere else.
Now, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Question.
So yeah.
On the bachelor trip,
Yeah.
we went to Old Forester. We walked into the city. We picked up Steven. We went to Old Forester.
Mm-hmm.
Old Forester, we got a flight of 4 different whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of those tasted better and better and better until the last one. For everybody except for Anthony. Anthony liked the third best one the best and not the last one. Is this beating any of the whiskeys that you had on that trip? Is it beating all of them? Like, is this beating?
No.
Okay. So this is
I say this
This
with
is just-
this is said to the intent that with the price point that they have,
Okay.
knowing that we're not gonna, it's not even part of the rating at this point in time because we've already internalized that.
Yeah.
Going with the amount of money that you can put into this bourbon, and then also the flavor palette that goes along with it, and the longevity of how long you're going to, you can't hit this multiple times in a day and feel okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care how much hair you have on your
Yeah,
chest.
121 proof is
It's
pretty
not a
insane.
joke. So you have like one every 2 days or something because you're not going to it every single day. But
He's right. I tried this after I ate spaghetti and I got heartburn.
yeah, it's gonna like, this is a bourbon that you have to respect. And it is the first one that I've had. And that is why I'm a fan, because it's the first one that's like, hey, I'm great, but you cannot have me regularly. I dare you to have me daily. It's the first bourbon that I'm like, no, I'm not. I refuse. Like, what was it? The long, what was it? The Longhorn? What was it?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey
Wild Turkey.
Wild
Yeah.
Turkey. I was like, oh, I could drink that every day and not even like bat an eye.
Yeah.
This one I respect more and I appreciate more in terms of flavor and experience and story, because that's also something that kind of rolls around in all of this, in the sense that like everything that comes out of that bottle comes from that farm, and that's put on top of the legacy that they're already creating. I don't know how long they've been doing this for, because I didn't really pay attention to the history. I was too busy tasting. But anyway, I don't know how long they've been doing this, but for you to be delivering something that even a layman as myself is saying, yeah, this is quality. Like, I can put this against anything I've tasted, and it's going toe for toe. It may not win,
Yeah.
but it's throwing hands. Like,
That's fair.
The,
That's fair.
the
I
other
agree.
person is not leaving unscathed. So for me, this is a high 7, maybe an 8.
Okay.
This is a very, very good bourbon.
So thank you, Nat, because I need to update my statement, especially
here
because
it
my
goes.
wife is offended. So when my wife and I were in Lowell last time, we tried the Armanino Bardstown.
Armagnac.
No, I think it was Armanino or something weird. It was like
Okay.
a blue label. It
Oh,
was.
It was the. Oh my gosh.
I swear it's Armanino or something weird like that. And then we also tried.
Nonino Amaro.
Oh, completely backwards.
Anyways, we also tried the single barrel that was selected by the hotel we were staying at, which was like a museum of sorts, like an art museum. And that single barrel was also like 60 something percent, right? Now, you reminded me, Nat, when you said you can't have more, like too much of this. Like you have to respect it and be careful, right? Well, the Armanino, as I'm calling it, or no, the single barrel one that they picked was also really high proof, like 60 something percent. And that one you could keep going. And the flavor
out in your chat.
I was wondering who just got timed out. I saw that and it distracted me so hard. It's like Stream Elements timed out Tap Haven for 120 seconds. Reason? Nope. I don't even know what that means.
I tried to do a link to Bardstown.
Ash removed your timeout. Oh man. Oh, is there
Amaro Nonino?
Yeah, it's the Amaro Nonino.
Oh man. Ash, we need you just to make her make Tap Haven a moderator, honestly. I have like no control here. I've got the link now,
dude.
Amaro Nonino.
We're multitasking.
Which is a it's an all natural Amaro made with an infusion of herbs. It's essentially a liqueur that is like great distillate aged with herbs and all of that type of thing. So it's got like chamomile, caramel, but like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And Bardstown took a bourbon and aged it in Amaro Nonino barrels.
This one's triple malted.
You said camel milk.
Yeah, I believe there's like chamomile
Amaro
and a whole bunch of
Nonino.
other stuff.
Chamomile.
What did I say? Armanino?
Is it pronounced? Wait. Sidebar. Is it pronounced chamomile?
Chamomile. It's chamomile.
Stop.
It's chamomile.
One second. I'm looking up the pronunciation.
It's chamomile.
It might be chamomile.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Chamomile. You can't.
Apparently, it is pronounced chamomile.
Dang, does it feel good to be fucking right?
Listen, teacher.
Wow, that's crazy.
Not supposed to rub it in.
Oh, do it to the students. They love it. You
apparently, both are colloquially acceptable, but the official one is chamomile.
Interesting.
Chamomile, man.
Okay,
However,
this one's
chamomile is more accepted colloquially.
Oh, shut up, Eric. Whatever, dude. Keep on reading your freaking spiel or whatever. God damn.
So this one is 111 proof. It was $160. If you can find it now, it's probably at least $500, maybe $1,000, because they don't sell them anymore because it was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Though there's supposedly another set coming out, and hopefully we catch it when it comes out.
This was also true of like the Ferrand edition of Bardstown, which we got to try in episode 12 or 13, I believe.
That was fantastic.
And that was the same type of thing. If you can find that bottle nowadays,
good luck, kids.
Yeah. Now, so what I wanted to say is that we have actually in my cabinet from whatever that freaking museum was, is like 120 something proof. There's more flavor in it. It's pretty incredible. That one's a 9 out of 10 if you're not thinking about the price. So I would definitely say that Frey Ranch is an 8 out of 10 not thinking about the price. But when you think about the price, it's insane, and it kind of bumps it up, in my opinion, because you're not getting insanely good Bardstown for like less than 160, and that's twice as much as Frey Ranch.
Yeah, I think when you start to consider price, it becomes very difficult.
21
bourbons against each other.
But guys, let's remove price from the discussion.
Now, that's what I tried to do.
If you didn't know what this cost, you would still be rating this fairly high.
Yeah, still like 7 or 8 easily.
Yeah, 100%.
If you didn't know, full stop, for anybody who's listening, this slaps. Yeah. It's good. Anyway, Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so far, I've had so many different whiskeys, and this is the entry to the epitome of whiskey. And it isn't up there with my nines and tens. Like, it isn't a 9. And I really look at this in the same light as I do the Frey Ranch Rye.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, just for rating purposes, kind of, there for funny things. And Ash, since she's listening, Anthony may or may not have rated the Frey Ranch Rye way higher than any of the bards. But
Wow.
who's keeping track of that?
Wow. Wow. Data never lies.
Just throwing me under the bus here. No wonder. No worries. Next time you come over, maybe I'll just let Deku roll around in your bed for a few days.
But yes, I think this sits right at an 8 for me.
We're not doing it justice because there's some really good tasting notes. Like, I think I put down there was a little bit of orange in it.
Ooh, orange in my whiskey.
Yeah.
Orange, I have to say, for people out there are a few flavor combinations that just fucking slap.
It's bready orange, man.
Yeah. Orange with chocolate
Mm,
or lemon and coffee.
bruh.
Dude, if you've never done it, go make an
No.
espresso.
No.
Make an espresso.
No. And put it in some orange juice. I know.
No.
Put it in some
So
lemonade. No.
No. This is so much simpler. So much simpler.
God.
So much simpler.
I can't
It's
know about this.
very
I
simple.
have an espresso machine.
All you have to do, chocolate orange. We already said that one.
We already said chocolate orange. Get out of here.
No, but you didn't explain what it is.
So you take an espresso, make an espresso.
Mm-hmm.
You have it in your little cup. Take a peeler and a lemon and peel the lemon over it and squeeze those oils out on top of the espresso. And just
Sorry.
suck that thing down in one gulp.
Sorry,
Oh my God.
sir. Oh my God, sir.
Get that
Buy
caffeine
me a
straight
fucking
into your
drink first.
blood.
Jesus
stream,
Christ.
Yeah.
Suck that thing down in one gulp. Oh my
Dude,
God.
you gotta
Tell
do what you
B
gotta
that you're
do.
cheating. Oh my God.
Oh
Anyway.
man, so good.
Okay. But no, grassy. I think I got banana on one of them. It's a really interesting
I'm back.
blend of flavors. Like this one, these people are doing so good. Guys, people who are listening, try it. Try any of them and just understand why we are quickly becoming simps. It's so
We
bad.
are. It's really
I'm
bad.
about to follow them on X and actually put the bell on. Anything they
Yeah.
drop, I'll buy.
Anything.
As long as it's not
So good.
over
So good.
150.
Now,
It's over 150 Frey Ranch. As long as it's aged, I'm in.
If it's an 8-year at 150
Oh my
years,
God.
yeah.
7-year? I'm okay.
Come on.
Oi.
Come on. I'll even do 6. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
oi,
Make this
whistle,
work.
In for
whistle,
You got my wallet. Just take it.
whistle. Can y'all hear me?
it.
Oh,
While we're waiting, I think Anthony's listening in.
Am I not
Yeah.
back?
Waiting. What have you been playing this week? What have you been doing? How's the gaming been?
man, did I play anything last week? No, I didn't.
No.
Okay. So I did play something this weekend.
Okay.
I got into early alpha for Deadlock.
Hello?
Deadlock.
Now, Deadlock is the Steam equivalent to Overwatch.
Hello?
Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't. Are you under NDA or anything?
I
Like
don't.
that?
I didn't
doubt
sign it. I didn't sign
I doubt it.
anything.
If you're
I
just
got
in
an
beta,
invite.
you should be able to do it. I mean, here's the easiest way to tell.
I can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to stop.
Okay. Yeah, there's no stuff on there's not a lot on YouTube, so
Don't take me down with you. Anyway, so I played nothing. Okay. Anthony was like,
played
no,
nothing."
you can't say anything. You can't say anything. Okay.
My God,
Man,
I haven't played anything. I haven't played anything.
you're killing me. You're killing me. Can y'all hear me yet?
Can we snip that? I hope not. I hope we can actually like stop that from hitting the stream.
no, it's live on stream. Here's the thing: it won't ever go up to a live video. I
That's
can
fair.
snip it out of the final video.
Cool. Okay.
So the live audience knows what you played.
Don't take me down. Okay. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah. You can
Cool.
say that you played it. You just
Yeah.
can't talk about details of the game. Anything
okay,
that would
cool.
give away what's in the
I didn't even-
actual NDA.
Perfect. He caught me right before I was about to screw myself. Excellent.
So
Yeah,
I think they can't hear me
so
because
I've
I'm
been
still
playing a game.
uploading from
It's
behind. It's
interesting.
this weird Riverside thing.
Let's see. What did I do before that? Oh, I really want to play Raven's Watch because they're about to release 1.0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about to hit. I'm very excited. Okay, another story. So I've been waiting on Prince of Persia for a week because I don't know if anybody's ever interacted with Ubisoft. Did I talk about this last?
You did. You talked
podcast?
a little bit about
Okay.
Prince of Persia last week.
I haven't touched it since then, which is kind of sad, and I really want to kind of talk about it because like.
Is there something that's like not bringing you back to
No,
it?
it's literally just like the fact that like I had this terrible experience with Ubisoft and like
Yeah, it's really
logging
weird.
in
I'm
and
at
just getting
98%
access
uploaded.
to the account to play the game, and like it's kind of introduced
99.
this element of like, oh, there was resistance to me
Eventually they'll
enjoying
hear me.
something, so therefore it's no longer something that I can enjoy. And so I've kind of put it off to this back burner area where I'm like, I don't really, it's not fair to me to do that because it's great, but I don't know. I just feel really bad in the sense that they took a game that I know is most likely fabulous and up my lane. And well, Anthony has an important question. What is the
Does.
important question? What game has shown you how awesome your PC is? None,
Yeah.
because I
Have
haven't
you-
played anything
You haven't
that
played
was like that's like taxing it.
Ellie?
Like nothing has like even got it to like rise
Oh,
to the
man.
occasion. Everything is
I
just
wait,
like it's
have
like
you- Have you done
Hmm.
Cyberpunk, the new DLC, the expansion, the Phantom Liberty?
I have no interest in playing Cyberpunk, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, CD Projekt Red can have all of my money when it's invested in Witcher, but CD Projekt, what is it, Cyberpunk?
Just doesn't interest you?
I could give two fucks.
And I will say
Honestly.
Phantom Liberty is really, really cool.
I
think
heard it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. If you like that sort of game, Phantom Liberty is like what made Cyberpunk a great game.
Mhm.
Before Phantom Liberty, they fixed a lot of the stuff. It was good.
I
It
am
was doing good.
singing.
Phantom Liberty
I
was amazing. But the one good
singing.
thing is Cyberpunk
I know how.
graphics mods.
Fantastic.
Somebody save me.
Don't tell that. Don't tell that to me.
Those are all the
Also,
lyrics I know.
Andy's on point, the anime.
The anime is great. I watched the anime. The
Anime's
anime
like-
is so much better than any experience that I've had with Cyberpunk. Not that I've had any experience with Cyberpunk, so I can't really say anything. But like, the anime is, it's so good. Thinking about it makes me so sad, but it's like that bittersweet feeling.
100%.
And I know that like that's the sign of a great anime. If you've ever like watched something and you're like, oh, that evokes a feeling in me even now, and it's just me thinking about some of the scenes that I've seen, so good. But I have been watching.
Sing harder. Harder,
Oh,
better, faster,
thankfully.
stronger.
It's been a
I don't know
long
that song.
time coming. I just started the Elusive Samurai.
Ooh.
Wit is going off. They're going fucking left. The first
I don't know if I'm ever gonna
episode is,
reconnect.
like,
I think it's gonna sit at 99%
it is-
permanently.
It's challenging your perception of like an action scene in the sense that the main character is doing nothing to incur any violence. They're just trying to get away. And in them doing so, you see the brutality of this world. and it is so good. And it's just the first episode, so I'm very excited. I watched that. That was really good. I don't remember the artist who was behind, the manga artist behind that, but it's so good. Anyway, there's also Wistoria, Blade and Wand, or something. The Blade and the Wand. It is... I feel like it's the sleeper hit of this anime season in the sense that it's so stereotypical. It's a kid that doesn't know how to do any magic in a magic school.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And you can guess the reason why he's there and why he's still there and trying to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
What do you think it is, Eric? Go ahead and predict. What do you think is at the top? What do you think is going on with this tower that's in the center of the school? What do you think's going on?
Don't know yet, but
You
I
don't
know,
know?
he's gonna rip shit open.
Oh God! Come on, man. Think about it. Why would a boy be in a magic school after he can't cast any magic? Why would he be there? Why is he even there in the first place? It's simple, Eric. Simple.
I haven't seen any of
It's the reason. It's the reason we do anything, Eric.
because
Come on.
he wants to prove a point.
No.
It's kind of fun just
It's a
being on the
girl.
sidelines, though.
Oh.
It's like we're doing a. It's like we're all just
Anyway.
watching the
Anyway,
podcast together
so
now.
He is in this magic academy, and the way they depict the fact that he is the physical specimen, like 900, like fast, smart, sees something once and knows how to dodge it and use it to his advantage. Incredibly intelligent. And it's like, yes, I get that this is a power fantasy, but at the same time, it's good and it's really well animated. I don't remember the animation studio behind Wistoria, but the general story is corny enough that you're like, okay, like this will be nothing, and then you kind of start watching it and you're
I'm a
like,
chatter
oh,
now,
shit,
just like Ash.
this slaps. This is pretty good. This also slaps. This is also very good. So this was by Jinan? Is this Jinan Studio? Who is this? Who did Wistoria? Has 2 anime studios.
We can talk. We can shit talk
Oh.
them, and they would never know.
Studio
So
Actus
much
and
power.
Bandai
I love
Namco.
you.
Damn. Well, I don't know who they are, but they're killing it. Right
Killing
now.
it?
It's so good. It's so good. So those are my 2 animes, things that I've been like imbibing media-wise. I would love to play a little bit more Hades, but it's not on my menu as of right now. The only thing I really want to do at this point is to pick up a game that I've had no prior engagement with whatsoever, story-wise or gameplay-wise, and play that. Because right now I'm pretty bored. No, we can't hear you, Anthony.
Do y'all see the changes? Can you hear me now?
Oh
Did that fix anything?
I wonder
no,
if
we definitely can't hear Anthony. He's having some issues.
technical difficulties. Learning your instrument thing and just playing music, and that's hard, but it is what it is.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Anthony,
We
mute
can hear
us.
ourselves in Anthony's stream right now.
Anthony, please God. Oh.
Yeah. Power of God season 2 is out.
How far into it is it?
Only a few episodes. I think we're like
As
4
an
weeks.
anime?
Yeah.
Oh
Tower
no,
Of God.
that one's good.
So good. So good.
Dude, this is So, Anthony, have you read Tower of God?
I think I might have. I'm not really sure. I didn't read all the way through it, obviously.
Yeah,
I
it's a
honestly did
long,
not either. It's
900 plus chapters.
It's a lot.
I think it
guys.
was
is
one
a
of those
lot.
that was, it's one of those animes that was so good that I started reading it.
It is an amazingly done. So here's the only it is
Yep.
such a good manga. It is a webtoon, really, more than it is a manga. The guy actually started it on the webtoon fully. It is phenomenal. However, when he first started, he had a great idea, and then he was also learning how to write while doing this webtoon. So it has some Bleach areas
Very
where
much
there's
so.
a lot of talent, a lot of great ideas, a lot of cool stuff, but the anime kind of has to step around some of the drier parts. And so the first season is so wonderfully done, and the first season in the webtoon is such a promising, beautiful idea. The second season is covering important stuff where the author essentially was like, I have this really cool idea, but it's going to take a lot of setup. And in the
ton of setup.
webtoon, yeah, in the webtoon, there is like 100 chapters of setup. However,
Stop.
Nah.
Stop. No. You don't get to pass over the fact that this setup takes 100 chapters.
well, a little bit, but here's the thing,
No.
Nat. The scene that they did in season 2 was 10 times better than it was in the webtoon. It's one of my favorite moments in the webtoon. It's in season 2.
Is it Viol?
And what was that?
Is it Viol? What's going on?
No, it's not Viol. It's Kun.
Oh.
So, Anthony, do you remember any of the story so I can talk about it a little bit?
God.
You can
Dang
talk about
it.
it. It's fine.
Okay.
I
okay.
saw
Okay.
all of season 1.
Okay.
Okay, so you
So
already
you
know who
already
Kun
know.
is.
You already know. You know who Kun is. He's the blue hair guy. And Kun is the main character's best friend. This guy, there's slight spoilers, nothing too crazy, but this guy really didn't have friends before the main character came around. And the main character became his best friend. He was like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
He's like, not only
I'll
is
do
this my
anything.
guy, I am protecting this guy. This guy and me are climbing the tower together. We are doing this. And at the end of season 1, something really bad happens. And the character that does this bad thing ends up with Kun. And for all intents and purposes, Kun is like, the season starts and you meet Kun, and Kun's all lovey-dovey with this character. He's like, we're gonna help you because, you know, this is what my friend wanted.
It's what Bomb would have
Things
wanted.
like that. And all of a sudden, this episode builds up. And at the end of this episode, it goes in and the colors start to like desaturate around him. And then there's like small glitches at the edge, and he's like building this team, and this team is coming together for a meeting without that other character. He's like, I want y'all climb this tower with this person. I want you to do anything that she needs. I want you to help her. And all the while, the like quality of the animation is like breaking around him. Like glitches,
good.
sound design is breaking, and his eyes start to like glow as the whole scene is essentially dark. And he's like, but don't you dare become attached, because soon we're gonna take everything from this person.
Yeah.
We're going to annihilate not just the idea of hope for this person, but everything that they want. I'm gonna take everything. And the scene is, the sound like drops out, and there's just like a
That
line,
negative space. Yeah.
and it's like his voice, and the voice actor is just like hitting so hard. You can like feel his voice breaking because of what this person did to him, and he's like,
getting emotive with it, right?
yeah,
It's like, yeah,
and he's
man.
like, I am not going. And here's the thing: earlier in the episode, he like has this weird, awkward scene where he's like holding a knife while hugging her, type of deal, and you're like, oh man,
He's gonna do it.
does he know? Does he not know? And at this
Yeah.
point in the story, you don't know what is real or not. This character does not know what is actually happened. He just knows what he thinks happened. And you're like, and you as the watcher, you know what happened, right? But
And it
none
kills
of these
you inside
characters.
as you watch
and
it.
then all of a sudden, like you're watching her and what's a scene, and it like turns into that TV type of effect, and you see him watching the TV in his room, and you're like, holy shit, he knows.
So good.
And it's just like, and then he walks over and he does this speech, and that whole episode. Here's the thing: when the author wrote the webtoon at that point in time, that speech is like 1 page of this
Yep.
webtoon.
It's
and
nothing.
it's
It's
got
a
a
drop.
bubble,
Yeah.
and it's got him in the background, and it is such an impactful moment in the like the webtoon. But man, in the anime, it slaps, and it's one of those
we had
cases.
The same thing with like
Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling. Yeah.
This
We had
was a
multiple
moment
moments like that.
Yeah. I love that. I love it when an animation studio takes something, takes the meaning of the source material, and lifts it up to something that's even more special, for moments that were also special in the webtoon or manga. Because all they're doing is showing that they respected the source material and what it built up in that moment, and they wanted to show their respect for this great moment. And like, that's just really cool to me. So
Would
Tower
you-
of God is doing great.
Yeah, would you consider, and it's a rare situation that we're in now because we're 2 for 2. Well, we're not technically 2 for 2. We're 2 for 3 in terms of manhwa. Like we have Tower of God, which season 1 was incredible. Season 2 is doing very well,
Yeah.
from what I can assume.
Yeah.
We have Solo Leveling, which had an incredible
Popping
season 1.
off. Yeah.
Incredible season 1, and we know that season 2 is going to be going into some stuff that's going to. Well, actually, I don't think we'll get to the culmination of what I think they'll get to. I don't think they'll get to the island, Eric. I don't think they'll do that in this next season because of what they're advertising.
I thought about this. I think the
Let's
season.
let's not delve into it too deep.
Well,
we
well-
don't want to spoil.
So the only thing is, because it was the opening scene of the anime setting that up, and that's not how the manga does it.
That's
Like the
fair.
webtoon doesn't do it in
Yeah.
the same way. Because of that, I think season 1, the season finale, is going to introduce why that was the first scene in some shape or form. So
Okay.
you're right. I don't think they're gonna be there.
But I
by
think
the-
we're gonna. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
be like. It's
I
gonna
think
be
the
next thing.
final scene is going to be a mirror image of the first scene, where the same group is going.
Okay. Yeah. No, yes. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be the final scene of the first scene.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That being said, we're 2 for 3 because we did have God of High School,
Oh yeah.
and animation-wise, incredible. Story-wise, I don't know what you guys were smoking, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Anthony, do you remember Tower of God? I'm sorry, High School. God of
I-
High School.
I never saw God of High School or read it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You're
But do you think there's going to be I don't think there's been any rumor of it. I haven't seen it. Do you think Breaker is ever going to come?
Dude,
I hope so.
guys, I have a fucking story for you.
Did you start reading it after last week?
After last week, and now my wife is
okay.
finally going to be spoiled. I ordered something on Amazon called Breaker Volumes 1 through 5 Physical Paperback Edition.
Oh, no.
yeah. Oh,
Nah,
You know-
that can't be good because of how he's starting this story.
this is very true.
It's right behind me. What I got was an empty box.
What? An
I
empty
received my
box?
first ever empty box from Amazon.
That's wild.
The Amazon experience for not getting what you bought is terrible. I had to contact the seller. I couldn't tell Amazon, hey, they sent me nothing. The seller goes, can you send us a picture of the like notification on the box that
let me
says that
send
that the United States Postal Service separated the item from your box? I go and double check the box. I'm like, that's one span of tape. Flip it over, 2 spans of tape. No, there's no cut. No one's ever opened this box before me, you liars.
You know
Like,
what you can do though? You can track it through USPS or FedEx.
doesn't matter, actually, because in most cases, they just write the weight. I looked for the weight. I couldn't find a weight. They claim it was 7 pounds, but there's certain cases where maybe they weigh it, and there's certain cases where you tell them the weight, and that's all that matters. They just put that weight that you told them on it.
Yeah.
Looking at this box, they never sent it to me. I'm certain they never sent it to me. And Amazon is like, oh, you have to talk to the seller within, and if they don't respond within 48 hours, you can do an A to Z thing. And then the seller's like, you need to do an A to Z thing to protect both of us. Like, just do the A to Z thing, right?
No.
And I can't.
Anthony,
I
no.
literally can't do the A to Z thing. I'm looking online. I find a Reddit post that says like, this is why you need to use a good credit card. Just like go to the credit card and dispute the
and
transaction.
dispute the transaction,
I went
yeah.
onto the credit card. By the way, it's an Amazon credit card.
Oh,
And
that's
it
your
was
mistake right there.
easy to dispute the charge and I get the money back. But I don't have the freaking in-person
books.
Breaker anime that I was so excited for that I was ready to go to my wife and be like, look, you can finally read it in person.
So this is all a very long story to say that you have read the Breaker.
I've read the
So that
shit out of the
we
Breaker, just not the new stuff that I didn't know existed because I stopped.
After New Waves.
I think so.
Yeah.
I went as
So it's
far as
Breaker,
the
Breaker New
guy that you
Waves.
love is the terrible guy, and you're like, he's lying, right? He's faking it, right? He's got to be faking it, right? He's still good, right? And I'm still hoping, but I don't know. I don't know. Is he faking it?
Okay. Good to know.
It's and
Eric.
I can't wait.
Eric, your thoughts on whether or not you think the Breaker is going to make it to the screen? Because
There's a better possibility now than there ever has been before, but I don't think the Breaker is popular enough to do this. You have to remember, Solo Leveling, Tower of God, Noblesse.
you're talking about crazy fan.
I mean, these sold more those 4 probably sold more copies in Korea than every other manhwa combined. And as much as I think The Breaker is this wonderful manga and in my top 5 and just is worth reading by everybody, and I'm a diehard fan, I also understand that like it is a niche manhwa in general.
It might be too
And-
one-dimensional. Now I think about it.
It is very one-dimensional. Like there isn't a lot going on.
You
And
got
it
2
isn't
main
popular-
characters, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
the trainee and the trainer. And if you
For a
don't,
lot of it.
and if you don't like super love one of them, you don't care.
Yeah. I think they solve that in the middle of season 2 a little bit, where they start to introduce other characters that you care about. And in season 3, they introduce a few more because the point of view is actually from a different character entirely.
Is this the one I haven't read?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it
And
Shinwoo? Is it Shinwoo?
You'll have to see. You'll have to see.
Ah!
See, dude.
But yes, I think in a lot of ways, like they solve a little bit of that. and that's really cool. Yes, I know. I'm doing stuff on the side.
You literally just did that? Because I was like, did he do this 10 minutes ago, or is he actively talking while he pushed a button?
I've been trying to do it for a while, and I just was able to get it to work.
New announcement, guys, on Twitch. We're now collaborating. I don't know what it means, but Eric made it happen.
It means our chats are combined.
Are you serious?
Yeah, our
That's
chats
too
should
cool.
be combined. And a few other things.
God, okay.
Oh.
Next time that'll be even better then.
Yes, I just figured out how to make it work. It's a new thing on Twitch. But
Cool.
yeah, because of those reasons, I don't think that it is going to. I don't think it's going to be turned into an anime anytime soon, at least.
Not
So-
in front of Omniscient Reader.
Yeah, exactly. Omniscient Reader, like that company is going to be the one that starts doing more of their animations because
Yeah.
they have the hookups, they have the connections. Solo leveling was so popular. I mean, here's the thing. Solo leveling was so popular that it dragged Tower of God in
Through the
with
fucking
it.
runger.
You know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like, it's just that.
it's that.
good.
It's that impactful.
Yeah.
Not that good, but it's just that impactful.
Agreed.
It's unfortunate that the Breaker is not even close, which is so good. That and Veritas. You remember Veritas?
Yeah, dude, Veritas.
Yeah, back in the day. Back in the day when I had time to just like scrum through just trash anime after trash anime.
Yeah.
Sorry, manga after trash manga. Ugh.
Dude, now that I'm finally reading manga again, I'm starting to understand why, like, so often, like, Eric and my wife will be talking about My Hero, because they both read it fully.
Bro.
And they're just like, oh my god, seeing that, like, on screen was amazing. And I'm like, I'm finally reading, what is it, the Moro arc of Dragon Ball Super. And I'm like, I really want this to be animated right now. Like, let me try to imagine this as much as I can, but it's not in color. So
I will say that the author of My Hero does a really good job with the cinematic
Okay.
standing of their chapters. They're really good at it.
Okay, I'm gonna be real because I don't think we can talk about it yet. I don't think we
Eric,
can actually
don't.
talk
No.
about the ending,
No.
right?
No,
Neither
we
of you
can't.
have read it.
I've read it. Of course, Eric. Who do you think I am? I'm here for the end of all of the big babies. Like I'm here for JJ.
Anthony, I need you to mute us for like 10 seconds. I'll put up my finger. I need
Wait.
you to mute us for a second. Okay.
you're muted.
Okay. Nat,
Yeah.
just real quick.
All right, guys.
Did you like
So
the
to
ending,
fill the
or did you
silence,
not like
I'm
the
going to
ending?
tell
I
you
hated the
guys
ending.
about that one time.
Fucking me too.
when-
Okay,
oh.
we're good. We're good.
It's not good.
We'll talk about it once Anthony finishes reading it more.
My Hero. My
Yes.
Hero, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You gotta
Okay.
you gotta read My Hero.
You
and
gotta
finish
finish, dude. You
And
gotta
apparently
finish. You're
watch.
close. The anime is close.
it. I know.
Yeah.
Mm.
No.
Oh man.
Anime's
Man.
close. Okay.
Ah,
You know, speaking of video games,
Yes.
so
there was this one video game that I played recently. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's really good, and I think Eric probably is able to play it too, and he should probably play it. And it's really cool, and might be the next big thing. And I think the whole secrecy behind it might be a marketing tactic that people don't understand. But technically, people have been banned. Not that we would get banned, because I doubt we'd be on their radar.
right.
But
I
Eric,
wouldn't
go
also-
check your
yeah.
Steam notifications, because in case y'all didn't get invited, I made sure that all the people I know that would play a game like that got invited. And
Okay.
it's worth checking out while you can, because it's
Yeah.
it's really
I'll
cool.
check it
You
out.
might love it.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
But that's pretty much the only other game I've played other than games that Nat doesn't approve of.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's
So
very true.
we're gonna get into the final conversation probably of the night, which Nat will genuinely not
Check out
enjoy.
with.
Yes. So I have been addicted to RuneScape this
I'm
week.
gonna go eat some fucking food. You guys enjoy.
That's like face.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
So
How could he?
before Nat even got here, we were conspiring to get him to drink way too much of this uncut Frey Ranch in order to get him sloshed so he wouldn't nope out and hate us for talking about RuneScape again. Obviously it didn't work out. Who is this? I don't know who A is. Is that Ash? No, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
It is.
It's just
I
A.
don't know.
Anyways,
So it
RuneScape.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of RuneScape, doing a lot of the quests, doing, all the new, there's so many new things that are just really cool about it. I've been doing all the new mini games that weren't there when I was a kid.
The biggest thing Eric and I were talking about earlier is that when we were kids, we didn't like RuneScape so much. We liked it, and then eventually we didn't like it because it was just too nothingness in a way. There's too much empty space. But now it's kind of like a fidget spinner, where it's a game that you can play while doing something else, like watching a TV series or something like that. Like I've been playing it while watching Smallville with my wife at night.
Nice. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit last week, but RuneScape, I think, is the only game that has mastered the attention mechanic. And everything that you do in that game has a dial that the developers can adjust about how much attention you want to put into something or how much reward you get out of it. So there are things you can put little to no attention into, and it doesn't do a lot, but it always progresses your account. And then other times you can do something that requires a massive amount of attention. It's like playing a Osu game, and you can get a ton of stuff out of it. And so it has this attention mechanic in it that is really not in other games to this level, at least.
Sorry, I'm dying over here because I'm like talking in Twitch chat like, who's A? Do we know who this is? This mysterious A? And Ash is just like, bro, of course it's me.
Yes.
It's a different account. Yeah, why does it just tell us A though? Like, Ash, is your name A on YouTube? Like, it doesn't say anything. Anyways, but yeah, RuneScape is become something really cool, because back in the day, like, anything that you could do that was cool was very dangerous, and then everything else was like, go fish up a bunch of lobster or sharks right here, walk a few feet over there, cook them up, throw them away or put them in the bank if there was one, do it again. Now instead of that, it's like, go to Wintertodt as level nothing, like within an hour of playing the game. You could die if you don't pay enough attention, so if you're doing hardcore, good luck. And there's just all these cool, really neat mini games. And on top of that, like, I started using RuneLite, which Jagex themselves is like, hey, you could use RuneLite if you don't want to use the base game, but we didn't make it, so be careful, but it might work out great. And you go there and you turn on HD graphics and it's like, holy crap, this is like whatchamacallit on steroids, Valheim on steroids, where it's got those not pixely, it's low poly, I guess, but high resolution.
Yeah, it's like high texture.
High texture, yeah. High texture.
High res textures.
Yeah. And it looks great, and it almost feels like not HDR. It almost feels like ray tracing. I'm sure there's not ray tracing, but like, the lighting is so much better than base RuneScape that it feels like there's ray tracing going on. And
really nice.
now, one of the things we mentioned that, you never played RuneScape, right?
No.
Okay, so when we were talking about it earlier, we realized RuneScape is like a fidget spinner. And so if like when you are playing guitar, you're kind of almost like fidgeting, right? At that same time, like the same sort of time could be filled playing RuneScape, basically. Obviously, playing guitar is way better than playing RuneScape.
Same thing could be said about World of Warcraft. What are you talking about?
Can it though?
I think it's different.
World of Warcraft is more involved
in the sense that, and this is what I was saying right before you came back.
Okay.
RuneScape has, and I talked a little bit about it last week. Everything in RuneScape has an attention dial that determines how much you have to pay attention to what you're doing in RuneScape to progress your account.
That's fair.
So,
World of Warcraft, you have to, like, the dial is always at least medium to high.
exactly. In RuneScape, there are some things where you can click once a minute and you're progressing your account and you're doing things that will help you. And while you're doing that, you can work on things, you can code other stuff. Like I've been doing, you know, some coding on the side. I've been doing, you know, watching videos or watching shows. I've been able to do all of these different things while also just having RuneScape go on the side and be doing different tasks. And that is something that no other game does as well as RuneScape, in the sense that it is essentially the perfect fidget spinner for how much you want to pay attention to the fidget spinner.
Yeah, and when we were kids, so my dad had a lot of time working from home, and he played, and none of us kids understood how he was getting so far ahead of us, how he's playing the game all the time, it felt like, and we were like, do you even work? And eventually us kids were like, this is boring now, we're gonna move on. But he kept doing it because it was, and still is, a game that you can have on the side while doing other things and constantly progress. And it actually, like, it's one of those weird things, I can't remember the psychology behind it, but my boss has talked to me about it before, where he's like, your brain sometimes has like empty cycles, is the way he puts it, and if you don't have something to fill those empty cycles while you're waiting on another thing, you move on and you don't come back for too long. So if you have just the right amount of fidget thing, you get more shit done, because while you're waiting those 5, 10, 15, 30 seconds for something to respond so you can move on, you filled that time staying in the same spot rather than going and cleaning your house or something like that. I don't fucking know. It's really weird.
But you should clean your house though.
Yeah.
It's a different. I get what you. I get it.
And it was really hard to conceptualize that as a kid, of like why that's so interesting. But I think there's one other mechanic that I've been mulling over for RuneScape that I think RuneScape probably does a better job at gamifying delayed gratification better than almost any other game. Because in a lot of cases, RuneScape is a time investiture payoff model, right? If you invest 40 hours into this skill, you're able to do something that is insane once you invest enough time into it. And so you have this thing that gives you small dopamine rushes, it gives you small little things that you can fill the gap with. And then when you hit, 99, or when you hit some threshold that allows you to do something, the payoff that it gives you in RuneScape a lot of times is like game changing in how much it affects what you can do, right? And so that type of thing is really cool. And I was watching, there's a great YouTuber called Settled. I heavily recommend watching some of his videos. He has the best RuneScape content that I've seen. He does insane challenges and does long form videos on them. So they're like 11, 12-hour videos that he initially did as like 20-minute videos, and they were like seasons. One of them was called Tile Man. And so he went and he had to gain 1,000 experience to unlock a tile. Every tile in the game that he wanted to move to, he had to get 1,000 experience before he could unlock that tile and move there. And he went through and had to do all of these crazy things to like get experience. Like from the start, where he spawned, one tile. He had to wait for a man to come over to pickpocket him to get 5 experience and slowly build up like 1,000 experience to unlock a second tile. But some of the things that he does, like you invest enough time and the payoff that you get from it is just evident and so clear and so tangible in RuneScape that isn't really done in a lot of games anymore. I feel like old school World of Warcraft did this really good with raiding, but I feel like only the raiding part of it really did a great job about that. So RuneScape has that built into all aspects of the game.
Yeah,
And so this whole thing is a delayed gratification simulator where every skill has this like pop off dopamine moment. It's really, really cool.
There's a weird thing that so many games have done where it's like everything has to be accessible. So like in World of Warcraft, every single skill, every single person must be able to max out and get all the rewards from and do 100% unlocked achievements. Otherwise we've failed and they're going to be mad. But now we have games coming out that I can't wait for. Like I think maybe Ashes of Creation is the game where there's a skill for charcuterie and you could get to max level just doing charcuterie. But there's going to be so much time and effort to put into it that it's unrealistic for there to be very many people to max that out and to get high level and actually do the thing that people need. So if you do find that to be your like main profession, you're going to be heavily rewarded for it. And you're going to actually have like social MMO aspects occur because people are going to be like, I really need this thing and it's going to take me 1,000 or 10,000 hours just to get to it. I'm not doing that, so I'm going to buy it from this person. And so it's a neat thing that I think games like Ashes of Creation are going to try and kind of bridge the gap, because what does World of Warcraft do somewhat well? They have somewhat engaging gameplay mechanics. I say somewhat because most of it honestly eventually gets kind of soft to me. Like I know their mechanics can be engaging, but there's no what's the word, it's like when you feel a speaker hit you with the sound. There's no feeling in World of Warcraft. It's too flat. It's flat. Yeah. I believe games like Ashes of Creation are trying to have both the insanely deep grind potential that you could completely avoid if you're not that type of person, and then also the insanely engaging combat mechanics that are just rewarding and cool and awesome. And that's kind of a holy grail of an MMO. I mean, you also have to nail the social part, which is hard. But if you can do those two mechanics, because so many of us are like, I want to play a game, but I want to make progress in like my main game, but I can't make progress in my main game unless I'm doing it the right way. It's just weird. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. I will say that leads me to what I'm excited for. And because I've been in all the RuneScape thing, I actually see that Anthony already wants this game, funnily enough. I'm adding it to my wish list too as well. I didn't know it was on Steam. I just knew about it from all the videos I've seen. The lead designer, the sole developer of the original RuneScape, is releasing a new MMORPG later this year called Brighter Shores. And it looks really, really good so far. And a lot of the things, like everything that I've seen upon it, it really does feel like RuneScape if it were made in 2024. It has newish features, new types of designs, new types of skilling and stuff like that from the videos that I have seen, new ways to interact with the environment and things like that. But with the same type of core idea from RuneScape with updated concepts, right? And of course, he wasn't the one who was the main designer for RuneScape 3, so a lot of people are really excited for this one because they didn't like how RuneScape 3 kind of moved away from old school RuneScape in the same way. This guy is really trying to design RuneScape, but made today in a different world with different lore, different stories, but with the same general idea, which is really, really cool. It isn't going to be, I'm not really looking at it to be some groundbreaking MMO like I am for like Ashes of Creation that I think is really going to change the game. But I am really excited to see a passion project like this where somebody's trying to take something that they already made that they love and just make it a better version of that with the same goals, which is really cool.
You know,
That's what I'm excited for.
We need movies to start doing what video games do. So there's a lot of apparent backlash against Ashes of Creation because people don't know how to wait patiently for a game to come out, and they don't understand what an alpha is because so many studios say, oh, it's an alpha, but really they are porting a game that's fully released from like PC to Nintendo Switch or something stupid like that. And so no one like understands that it takes like 5 to 15 years for something this like really big to come out. And I mean, I swear the Avatar movies with the blue people took like years to develop.
He started making the first I'm going a lot of off memory, chat, don't crucify me, but if I remember correctly, I think he started the idea of the original Avatar before Titanic.
Yeah. And then when they film it, it takes an insane amount of time, and then the post-production takes like 3 or 4 more years, and it's just like, and that's a movie compared to a video game. Movies are freaking easy.
In some ways, yeah.
Like it's insane.
Yeah, simulation versus scripted, you know, is a different beast.
Yeah, Ashes of Creation are doing an alpha soon, and they're gonna have like more common alphas. Apparently you can buy your way into their alpha, and they've been very clear that buying your way into the alpha is not buying the game.
Oh,
which is a good thing for them to do. Well, because think about it, it's like I agree with this. If I made a really big game and I wanted people to test it, but I couldn't let everybody in, maybe charge $5 or $10 for you to come and play the alpha, but eventually it's going to be, is it going to be a one-time payment game, not a subscription, but an MMO? What is the model for making money off of that? You know, if it's going to be a one-time payment, that's got to be at least a $60 game.
Yeah, easy.
But like, you can't survive as an MMO without either regular expansions for people to pay for or microtransactions in some weird like cosmetic way, because you have to pay for those servers.
There are a lot of MMOs that are able to do a free-to-play model and not have something that psychologically makes you want to pay, you know?
I mean, it's hard.
Sorry, Ash got banned from YouTube.
Oh, what'd she do?
I don't know. Apparently she got banned from our YouTube chat.
What did she do?
I don't even see them.
I don't know, man.
Moderation.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it's just YouTube being YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. Could just be YouTube being YouTube.
Oh!
Well, I guess with that,
Get out of here. Go home.
another great episode.
Don't say that.
I'm talking to the viewers.
Don't you tell me to leave.
Talking to the viewers. No, we're gonna go and hang out and have a great time, and y'all are gonna wish y'all could hang out with us because we're so cool.
Well, next week, I don't know whether or not we'll be back on the Flaviar or something new, but we'll have something fun to try, I am sure. With that said, y'all have a good week. We'll catch you in the next one.
Enjoy the Freight Ranch, people.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Go get some. Peace.